Good morning, everybody. I feel like I just watched a 7-hour Avengers movie. What? Oh my gosh. That was crazy last night. Yeah, that was very, very long. I think by the time it was all said and done, if I'm not mistaken, 7.5 hours. 7.5 hours. Trying to wait you out. Remember, today is Malaria Day. Yeah. What you been to, Steph? Sam, if you're a proven public serial liar working for Santa Rosa County, you get to keep your $140,000 a year job. Yeah. It was a battle of perseverance. Well, yeah. We'll talk about all that. Wow. Crazy. My name is Nick Stewart. In case you're wondering what we're talking about the Board of County Commissioners meeting last night. We had a good turnout of folks. They were angry. But the commissioners don't care. They do not care about you. We'll get to all that. My name is Nick Stewart. This is Sunrise Santa Rosa. Telephone number to call is 850. I got confused. 850-771-0049. You must dial the 850. I think the phone works. Yeah. Thank you to Milton Post, Jernigan's Landing, everybody that shares and watches. God bless you. It was good to see everybody last night. Ran into some new folks last night. Saw some familiar faces. And met some new folks. God bless you. Thank you for watching and all that you do. All right. Hey, we got more rain in the forecast, so we'll get to that and much more. And your text, no pronouns. 0 pronouns. All right. Here is your forecast for today. Last night was crazy. Today, thunderstorms. Some may contain locally heavy rain, especially during the morning hours. High near 76. Chance of rain, 90%. Tonight, showers, scattered thunderstorms developing overnight. Low near 59. The chance of rain overnight, 50%. Tomorrow, cloudy skies. Chance of rain, shower, and a high near 71. Presently, a Friday looks gorgeous. Just saying. Presently, it is 67 in Milton. 74 Gulf Breeze, 70 in Navarre, and 69 in Pensacola. Welcome, risers. All right. So last night, yeah. Hey, we got an 800 number now. No, we don't got an 800 number. It doesn't cost you. There we go. I froze a little bit. It doesn't cost you anything to dial the 850. If you do, you are on the wrong carrier. They don't charge for that anymore. I don't have an 800 number. It's 850. It was great to meet other risers in person. And thank you for standing up and speaking out. And some of you did a great job. All of you did a great job last night. All right. So the assault on the senses. The assault on everything that you stand for started about 4:30 yesterday afternoon. The fireworks started early because they kept, well, we'll get to that. That's a commissioner thing, and it was at the very end. So they kept trying to, if it's an agenda item, it has to wait. You couldn't, in the public forum, people kept trying to go to it. They wouldn't let them. And they kept making reference to it. So here's how it went down. It just kept getting strung out. I do want to thank Chris Smith from Gulf Coast Guts. He did a great job. He spoke many times last night. Several people got up many times to speak, and God bless him. But Chris understood what was going on. It was just exactly as we called it. They pushed it to the very end of the meeting. They pushed this item of Dan Schiebler, the liar in chief. What a doofus. He would make eye contact. They pushed it to the very end. They had the agenda packed out. The public forum went long, but they had the agenda packed out. And Chris knew what they were doing. They were trying to wait people out because people had to go to work or get up at 4 a.m. They knew that people had families and food and hunger and tired, and they put it as far to the end. They put it to the very end. John goes, Remy goes, I know what it started at 4:30. Yeah. Yep. And they wanted to wait you out. Now, here's the thing: is Chris Smith rocks. He brought pizza in for everybody. I don't know if you saw the pictures on Facebook, but Chris he knew what they were doing, and came inside. He goes, "Hey, we got pizza out here." Yeah. It was kind of like a filibuster. Yep. They pushed it. They didn't use the clock to stop anybody. They wanted it to go long. Yep, you are correct. It was. But Heather, we did what we had to do. And the crowd was very anti-Schiebler. I think you had one person applauding for Schiebler and the commissioners. Now, I'm terrible at guesstimating crowds. But I'm guessing between 75 and 100 the way it was spread out. I don't know. And because the storms put us off a little bit. But listen, this isn't over. So here's, when it finally got to it, I don't know, it must have been, was it close to 10? It was 10 o'clock when they got to this item. From 4:30 until 10. Now, here's what they don't understand about risers is that we get cranky, we get tired, we get hungry. That makes us more tenacious. It does. So as it started, it just made the crowd angrier, I think. So the commissioners said their piece. And they went down the line. Sam Parker started out with the evidence. And in great Sam fashion, he talked it to death. He told little stories. It's like Uncle Sam's story time. Well, Billy Joe told me one time, and Mr. Fella, and that was painful. He talked it to death. Angie's already got somebody coming with her next meeting. That's excellent. One person spoke and said she knew him for 32 years, and he never lies. Yeah. We have video. So, yeah. We've got video of him lying. So, there's that. So, Sam spoke first. Rambling, meandering, and did the evidence. Now, he didn't go, here is evidence number 1, evidence number 2, like we did on the video. He just kind of talked it, and you couldn't tell where one thought ended and another one began. And then he got done. He goes, I'm greatly disturbed. And then I went to Bob Cole, and Bob Cole is Bob Cole. I refer to him now as the less exciting Wilford Brimley. That's what I think of when I look at him. He's the less exciting Wilford Brimley. And as he spoke, I fell asleep 3 times. Was there a live feed of last night? Yeah. And it kept having problems. Shock of shocks. They kept defending, we've got evidence. We got email. And yeah, they have evidence for what they want evidence for. It didn't happen. The conspiracy theories that it went down. We took it down. So anyway, Bob Cole was Bob Cole. The less exciting Wilford Brimley was the less exciting Wilford Brimley. And he defended Schiebler. I can't remember. I think it was James that spoke. And then Colton. Man, Colton is absolutely worthless. Absolutely worthless. And then Dave Peach. So in this diatribe, you knew exactly where it was going to play out. It's played out exactly as it has played out. And it goes like this. James Calkins is the only upright, upstanding guy. He's the only stand-up guy on that dais. Couldn't give 2 hoots. Sam Parker greatly disappointed me last night. Now, I had video, but for some reason the audio didn't pick up, so we're going to clip that stuff, and I think it was because the files were so large. So I'm going to cut them down and have some clips here. I apologize. But Chris Smith asked point blank, do you think he lied, yes or no? Went down the line. Sam Parker is the only person I know who can take a yes or no question and turn it into a 7.5 minute colonoscopy with a Hubble telescope. He stretched this thing out, and he's like, answer the question. He goes, I'm giving you an answer. And Billy Bob told me, and you got to jump in a car with the keys in it. And oh my gosh, it was so ridiculous. It was absolutely the most painful thing ever. No, Ramona, there was never Calkins. Never. So he talked for minutes about yes or no answer. Bear with me because my internet this morning. Yeah. 7.5 minutes. 7.5 minutes. Do you not see he's doing the same thing he did in Holly Navarro Waterboard? It's a politician dodging the question. Now, here's the thing. When it came right down to it, he said he had false statements. I'm like, that's a yes. You went through 7.5 minutes for that. Well, I'm answering the question. No, you're not. Yes or no? So Sam was kind of a yes, although he never got around to it. He never got around to saying yes. Kind of he did. He kind of said yes. The less exciting Wilford Brimley said, no, he didn't lie. Bob Cole, Dave Peach, and Colton Wright can never face the truth. All they wanted to do was push it towards the not filing the application. Not that he lied about it. He lied about it. And they couldn't do it. Matt, what do you mean, Matt? Explain what you mean. Matt is doing. James is doing what? I'm trying to see what you got going. So explain to me, what is James doing? Just it went right down the line. Dave Peach, and then Colton goes, I agree with Dave Peach. Of course you do. Lackey, lapdog, have an original thought, why don't you? We got our work cut out for us. These guys are on notice. On notice. Now, Bob Cole doesn't care. He doesn't care. He never did care. Talk about the emails and how they were not put in the public report. The emails prove that he knew they didn't file and still lied about it, even referencing one of the emails verbatim. Yes, he knew what it said. Well, you don't read all your emails, do you? This is how contradictory they are. Well, you don't read all your emails. And Schiebler was over there reading all his emails during the meeting. Oh, my gosh. It's not what you do, it's what you do after. And that's true. Andrew says, Sam didn't impress me. He chooses friendship over his constituents or the people who, yeah. Well, that's a good question, Donna. Is there something deeper, greater? Now, here's what's going to happen now. I'm calling for a third party to come in and investigate him. We're going to call a third party to come in and look at all the evidence and see what's going on. Because these guys, you can't trust these four. You can't trust these four. I think Sam's torn. But you can't trust these guys to do the right thing. And you can't. Well, that's what we're looking at. James was forced to resign from the water board because he made a mockery of the board, just like he is now. And you have Chrissy as the biggest pot stirrer. Matt Nolan. Do you not see what a fraud these four people are? Do you not see this guy is a liar? Schiebler's a liar. You could think whatever you want to about James Calkins. But you got to understand, he is doing the right thing on this. So with him on the other stuff, I don't care. On this, he's right. This guy is a liar. We have it. It's a, yep, he's a, yep. Yep. But this guy's a liar. And Matt Nolan, you cannot deny that. We have tons of evidence. We have video evidence. We have email evidence. He is a liar. And I don't know what else to tell you. And you don't respect fair. What? You don't report fairly. Really? How do I not report fairly? Anything? Give me some evidence. Give me some evidence. And if you don't like, there's the door, brother. Because I don't care. I'm just giving you the facts. And I know the facts, if the facts don't go with what you want, then you think it's a lie. But the facts are the facts. And we have video of facts. We have video of facts. You should get an opinion from Critics Ethics Commission. Yeah. Even if you don't think it's criminal, it is ethically shallow. The BOCC done the will of the people. Schiebler idea, fraud, and a liar. Mm-hmm. Oh, Matt's wife works. That's the guy. Oh, yeah. I see you on the video. Thank you, Justin. Matt's wife works for Dan. Matt's wife, Matt Nolan's wife, the guy who's saying we don't report the truth, his wife works for Dan. So you have absolutely no credibility here, Matt. We can have lunch. You're going to buy. Yeah. Yep. But I know this, Matt. Know this, that everything you say to me in that meeting is going to be going through a filter of this guy's wife works for Dan. And you are skewed, my friend. Who's going to pay the ethics committee to investigate? Well, I would rather pay the ethics committee to investigate than pay $140,000 to a liar. Just saying. Could you verify that they decided to look into the third-party investigation? The section wasn't really quick last night. No, because I left a little early, so. All right, Matt. I will filter it through that as well. Oh my gosh, Tiffany Nolan. See, you are misled in your reporting. Yeah, you are not a credible source. Yep. Get ready for unemployment. This is not done. It was left to James to find a third party. Thank you, Deborah. Good meeting you last night. A Matt Nolan fact check. So I can't speak out as a constituent. Yeah, but you can't lie. You can't speak through a skewed filter because you are putting things out, Matt. If you want to discuss things, let's discuss facts. But you don't want to discuss facts. You want to discuss things through your wife's job. The third party is being looked into. It will take forever for them to go down that path because 4 commissioners can't do their job, nor can the county administrator. Nope, Katie. No, resign. He must be fired. I know I'm pretty, but I'm not Ms. Stewart. Maybe you misspoke. Dan did not misspeak. He lied. And I'm not saying you lied, man. I'm saying you're biased. It comes through a filter, and you are biased. Yeah. When you get money from them, Matt, and your family does, because your wife has a job there, when you get money from them, you are biased. And you are skewed. Yes, you are. Absolutely. When you get money from the Board of County Commissioners for a job, whether you work for Sheebler, whether you work for whoever, you are biased. Yes. And he doesn't have integrity. He does have arrogance. So that means he will not. Yep. Good. I'm glad you understand finally, Matt, because I didn't think you would get it. Someone is contacting the ethics committee already. Well, good. But here's the thing. You have these people that have no, I think they do. I think you're going to get tired. I think they think you're going to get tired, and we're not. Clearly, last night, everybody said, we're not done with this. You think we're done? We ain't done. Because they lied. This guy lied, and these morons covered it up. They covered it up. And if you think I'm disrespecting them, they disrespected the people. They disrespected the people. Wow. The worst. And none of them apologized to James, which they should have. They should have apologized to James. That is Sharon. That is a very and it was nice meeting you. That is a very limited scope. I don't think they can get away with it. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly. If you are ignored by the county commissioners, oh, we let you speak. They were so many times rolling. They rolled their eyes. They demeaned you. They talked over people. And disrespect from the board all the way around. Idiot, the idiot liar, Forrest Gump, he kept silent for the most part. But the crowd called them out. The crowd called them out. Don't forget as well, from now on, if we want to move something up in the meeting agenda, we apparently need to make a huge scene about it because, as Chris said, he tried multiple times to move the agenda and was denied by the chairman. Yes, they didn't want it. They wanted it at the end because they knew they wouldn't get to anything else, number one. And it would have overshadowed everything. Oops, sorry. It would have overshadowed everything. The board drew battle lines by making us wait 6 hours. Yes. And he was in violation of the rules by not answering Calkins. He was in violation of the rules of not telling the truth. He lied. He lied. He violated the rules. He needs to go. No letter of reprimand. No letter of reprimand. You don't let the man resign. That is not good enough. He doesn't get any vacation. You fire him. He doesn't get paid for any vacation. He doesn't get paid anything. You're done. Pick up your paycheck and don't let the door hit you in the butt on the way out. We might send some people to help you load your moving truck, dirtbag. That's how it should work. Yes, they thought you were stupid. They did. Condescending and they talked to you like you were stupid. The commissioner's answer to you. What state authority to answer to? Well, you got to get the state involved. The board has made multiple violations of rules and Florida state statutes. Well, let's get it on. Was there any news media at the meeting? Yes. Milton Post, Jernigan's Landing, South Santa Rosa News, and us. Ta-da! WEAR doesn't care. WEAR is the worst. They're talking about gas and shootings. That's it. It's time to take the county back. There are good people. There are good people that would sit on that and do a much better job. Dave Peach, I had high hopes for Dave Peach. I did. I interviewed him when I was at EBY. I had high hopes for Dave Peach. The worst. Wilford Brimley, the less exciting Wilford Brimley. Bob Cole. Yeah. I hold my dog in higher esteem than him. Colton Wright, whatever. What a disappointment. And Sam, wow. I just don't know what to say about Sam. BOCC should have to pay a contract amount of 6 figures to fire him. What would probably no. I disagree with that. They shouldn't do any of that. You get a boot print on the butt on the way out. Yep, South Santa Rosa News. Is that what I said? Did I say that, Sam? I thought I said South Santa Rosa News. WAR is a Kmart television station. Yep. Had high hopes for Wright and Peach. I know. But they are no good. They posted a few photos. But were they there for the whole thing, or did they just take some pictures of the beginning? I guess the P&J was there, but they're going to skew it through their lens as well. Yeah, if Schiebler's fired for breach of trust, he shouldn't get anything. Yeah, they are. Well, I don't know if they're on Schiebler's side or if they're just incompetent. Are they on Schiebler's side or are they just incompetent as far as news organizations go? If it's not a parade and it's not a shooting where you can send Renee Beninati out, is it anything? They don't get it. I did say South. I'm sure I said South Center. If I didn't, I apologize. Saw Romy last night. South Santa Rosa News was there. Milton Post, Jurgens Landing, and us. I did say 4. There was 4. Thank you, Deborah. Deborah said I did. Who just did a hit post on James? Hit piece on James. Was that the PNJ or WEAR? Because that's all they're capable of doing. Whatever we pay him on the way out, if they have to pay him, the same thing should go into billboards, stating what he did with his picture. P&J story. Come on, there it is. James has 6 code enforcement violations. Never anything about Schiebler lying. He just missed a deadline. Yep. Gotcha. Well, he can answer Channel 3 and not the people. Yeah, Schiebler, he got on Channel 3, told his little story. He wouldn't tell it to you. That's the other part, too, about this. That the thing that bothers me is that when he wouldn't come to you, the people, and say, hey, I messed up. He went on WEAR for a little softball interview and said, in my mind, I'm responsible. Making it sound like he's not responsible. But we know he is responsible. You see the mind game? In my mind, I'm responsible. Oh, well, whatever that means. Only one lie was emphasized. I know. Boom, 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 boom. That's what Sam Parker should have done. And Sam did not do that. Lie number 1, lie number 2, lie number 3, lie number 4. But it didn't happen. Whitney, it was nice meeting you last night, Whitney. He wouldn't look at the audience. Yep. He would not. He did not. And he's arrogant. All these guys are arrogant. Schiebler's arrogant. All these guys are arrogant. Now, I don't think Sam's arrogant, but I think Sam's got himself in a pickle. Sam's in a pickle. What do? How do you dig yourself out of this hole? Sam skimmed over important parts of those emails. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Because then he would have had to answer the yes or no question with a yes instead of a rambling 7.5-minute dialogue. Maybe the other board members don't want to lay the hammer down because they're afraid. They fire him and all the dirt comes out. I don't know. That's where your mind automatically goes. Whether that's the truth or not, that's where your mind automatically goes. Yeah, he did the redacted version. Sam did the redacted version. I'm just going to summarize them. Well, yeah. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China, Sharon? What does that have to do with anything we're talking about? There was a couple guys that want to open up a brewery in Santa Rosa, and they had trouble with permits. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Whether you want a brewery or don't want a brewery in Milton, I don't drink. I don't want a brewery. But do they have the right to open one? Yes. It's a business. It brings in tax. It's legal. It's not a strip club. It's a brewery. Recall the BOCC. Sam is trying to straddle the fence. Yes. Which is why I believe a third party, unbiased party, is the best option. Yeah. Howard did a great job bringing that forward last night. New brewery was for Pace. Yeah, you know, if you like that kind of thing, it's fine. And like I said, it is not illegal. To own and run a brewery is not illegal. There's nothing in the county or city that says you can't own and operate a brewery. You just can't get permits past this crew. And that's what that was about. So I don't know what that means. So how do we go forward? Have a line of speakers to get up at the beginning of each meeting. It needs to be organized. All right? Here's how you do this. You need to be organized. All right. You're going to speak on this topic. You're going to speak on this topic. You're going to speak on this topic. Have your bullet points. I'm not saying type it out, but have your bullet points laid out. And you go first, you go first, you go first. Yeah, you go second, you go third. You see what I'm saying? You do it just like that. And you have a structured, organized attack. Howard was great. Howard's awesome. Look, we had great speakers last night. Sam did an amazing job. I love how his wife went up and patted him and tried to get him to calm down. But look, it was you look at this, and these guys are just completely out of control. We need 50 to 100 more Chris's. Again, I am, and some of it is okay. Let me just say this. Chris did a great job. Could it have been more structured? Yes. It could have been more structured. So get a group together. Here's our group of speakers. You're not telling them what to say. This is your subject. This is your topic. And you go first. This is your topic. You go second. Someone's going to back cleanup. That's how you do that. Well, I don't know if we need to be like Chris, but we do need to be bold. Have everything structured out. You could be passionate. I'm not saying not be passionate, but you have your bullet points. So you get across. Here's what we want to say. You're doing this topic, cover this, and this. Whatever else you want to throw in there is fine. But make sure these things are covered first. And you can expound on those things. And you find those people and do it. Tuesday morning at 8:30 a.m., not p.m. They don't respect structure. They can defeat structure. They can't defeat mad Santa Rosians. Well, but you've got to make sure that you have. If you don't have some structure, you're not going to get all your points across. And that is important. That is important. Do the commissioners conduct a pre-brief prior to public forum? Cold stumbling around that engineer's position was easy to prevent with brief discussion over agenda items. So one of the things came up was how did I can't remember which part it was because I'm trying to. There was so much. 7 hours, 7.5 hours. There was a position that wasn't filled. They couldn't do all the permits and things because they were short people. I think that's what it was. There wasn't a person in a position because we didn't pay enough money. The Santa Rosa employee, whatever, didn't have a budget for a good person. So with the position, nobody wanted the position because it didn't pay enough. So why don't we pay enough? Why don't we just kind of vote on this and get money for this? Goes around. Oh, okay. Comes back later. It comes up again. Oh, we've got somebody in there. We hired them on May 3rd. Why did it take all that to get back to that? When it could have been taken care of, why didn't Bob Cole know that person had been hired? And then as it came up, that Bob Cole said, well, we don't have anybody for that position. Why didn't the liar pop in with, oh, we've got somebody there when he popped in an hour later or whatever it was? And besides, who can, if you can't believe what he says anyway. By Chris's, I mean, just willing to look at the facts. Yeah. Director hard questions. Right. Samuel Todd Mullins, is that when they're bringing up the third party? Well, let's see. 75K is not enough. I know, right? And 140 is too much for Captain Dirtbag, for Gilligan. Yeah. I'm getting to be a Trump thing where I'm calling, giving people nicknames. This is Gilligan, and Bob Cole is the less exciting Wilford Brimley. Well, why do the county commissioners not always directly have the administration answer personnel questions? Well, I don't know, Whitney. Very good question. Bob Cole, don't know about the position, but he knew the new person's qualifications that was hired. Yeah. Ha. Very good, Katie. Very good. That's a great question. Man. Do you see it takes everybody going to these meetings to catch these little things. The BOCC is not transparent. Bob Cole showed that he did know the position was filled after Dan Schiebler said they hired someone. These guys are just a piece of work. Yeah. Look, shadow games. Let's see where the little ball's hiding today. He can't be Gilligan. Yeah. Well, the guy I don't know who the guy was I was sitting with on the front row. Sat down in the front row for a little while. And when they were talking about the sheriff's substation out there in Gulf Breeze, right there by the zoo. And he said, well, at least you got some cages to lock up people. Like you can start with these 4 guys up here. How does a dimwit like Cole keep getting voted back into office? Good question. All of these guys are on notice. Bob Cole's life should be made miserable. Dave Peach puts out his cell phone, burn it up. He puts out his cell phone number, burn that up. And if he won't answer, leave a message. If he doesn't listen to the message, I don't tell you. You got his email, you got his phone, light it up. You send Sam an email today telling him how disappointed in you are in him. You send an email to Colton and tell him we're dismissing you. None of these guys have any credibility at this point. They have no credibility. You have abused the voters, and you're on notice because you won't do the tough job and fire the liar. I wouldn't even recommend providing BOCC with as many. Oh, you would. As many questions from public prior to meeting. Doesn't have to be an I gotcha moment of unexpected questions. Citizens want to be informed accurately. Okay. It doesn't have to be a gotcha moment. But as we were sitting there last night, the lies after lies, I mean, the confusion that they caused when you caught them in this discrepancy and that discrepancy as they were speaking. And that is why it's a problem. Whitney says, it's unbelievable that they just made permit process electronic. It hasn't helped them, Whitney. You see that the permit process being electronic has not helped them. It's still a nightmare. Are the personnel required to come to meetings? I don't know. Should be. Rennie says, who is the disgruntled employee that put this out? I have an inkling. I'm not going to share it. Maybe they should circle back more. We'll circle back to that. They did. They just didn't announce it. What in the world? What a absolute train wreck. You have such a beautiful county. You have such great opportunities, but you've got criminals like this. Unethical. Bob Cole, unethical. Dave Peach, unethical. Colton Wright, unethical. Sam, questionable. Disappointed. I'm extremely disappointed in Sam. I don't want to hear your rambling stories. Answer the daggone question. I am answering the question. No, you're not. It's a yes or no question. It doesn't take 7.5 minutes to answer a yes or no question. Yeah. Disgruntled employee is an idea pitched by Bob Cole to deflect the blame. Oh, that's all this is, a disgruntled employee. No, it's this moron who lied. That's what's going on. That's what this is about. It's about Dan Schiebler lying about it. I can get over a disgruntled employee. I can. What I can't get over is Gilligan lying to us. Dan had such a great opportunity to step up our rabies. Yep. And we have a very big problem in Santa Rosa. What else do they know? Well, that's good. I understand that there's more stuff getting ready to come out. I don't know what it is. I was told there's more stuff coming. And that's what we're going to hold on to, my friends. Because you can't trust this guy. You cannot trust anything this guy says. When he was giving out numbers, I'm like, I'm questioning that. Anything he opened his mouth for, I questioned. Because he's untrustworthy. Then these guys, anytime they spoke, I'm like, you guys have no ethical authority at all. Yeah, they admitted to having an archaic good old boys club. Oh, yeah, but you don't understand. Colton rewrote what that meant, which made no sense whatsoever. We needed a timeline drawn out to show when the lie started. Okay. All right. We'll do that. Not much spare time. But yeah. Hello. It's not hard. This is not rocket surgery. You know what I'm saying? We can fire whomever we want if we would quit voting for these dummies. Who admits that? A conservative woman runs. I will help her social media campaign. All right. If he never lied his entire life until now is the issue. Yep. Yeah. And the video. How can you deny the emails, the dates, and the video? Andrew says that bothers me as well. They sat there and blamed this on disgruntled employee who was fired. If this was an apparent disgruntled employee that brought this to life, the whole crapshoot, what would it have happened if this employee came forward? They've swept it under the rug? I don't know. Thank you, El Cuco. That was my George Bush moment. Cole said Dan did not lie. Wright said Dan did not lie. Pete said it was a misspeak. No, that's a lie. Dan lied 4 times and then was trying to cover up the lie by going on WAR and not speaking to you. The other board members do not understand why we are mad. And we don't trust them. We don't trust the liar. We don't trust them. Holy smokes, my friends. You cannot trust any of these commissioners. You cannot trust any of these commissioners. They are absolutely the worst. And you need to let them know. I think we ought to buy an ad from Romy in the South Santa Rosa News and say, we, the people of Santa Rosa County, and have their pictures, do not trust these commissioners anymore. Do it. Do it. We'll take up, we've got a five spot from everybody. We'll buy an ad. Let's buy a billboard. Let's get a billboard. Prominent place. We do not trust these county commissioners anymore. Trust Parker and Calkins. I can't, but listen, Sam is compromised. He's vacillating. He had the opportunity last night to say, yes, he lied, and he would not do it. 7.5 minutes of painful, rambling stories, and he wouldn't pull the trigger and do the right thing. Let's try a billboard with pictures. Yep. You cannot trust, and have them lined up, but you cannot trust these county commissioners in Santa Rosa. And put a link. We'll have a link on a real quick link, small link, where they can go and watch the video. Sharon says, I don't trust Sam Parker at all. I want to. I want to trust him. But I've not been given a reason to. After last night, it is even more questionable. Let's do, okay, we'll get a GoFundMe for the billboard. Mark Lachlan, okay? Sam, get some information for this, and we'll do it. Sam and Dan are friends. I get it. I've got friends. If they lie, I'm like, hey, man, you lied. You lied. A friend does that. A friend can go, well, I want to give benefit of the doubt. You lied. We have video. We have emails. You lied. You lied. Sam had an unwillingness to acknowledge the liar's faults. He did fumble an opportunity. Yeah. And look, I know that some people got a problem with James. I don't know. But he's the only one doing the right thing. He's the only one doing the right thing. Okay. Okay, so let's get a hold of Mark. Can we make shirts? Yeah, let's make shirts. Donate the profit to the sum of money we missed out on. But we don't want to donate it to him. We don't want to give it to him. Who's in charge of submitting the application? Dan Schiebler is ultimately responsible for that. He's responsible for that. And the morons were responsible for Dan. Friendship has to be put aside when serving the public. But they don't care about serving the public. Yeah. Shop it out. Shop it out. Listen, you could shop that job out. $140,000? You don't think that's enough? You don't think you find somebody good from another state? You got people fleeing states all over the place. Hire somebody good. Hire somebody good. We do need to get some other people involved. Half and half out is a lack of commitment to ethics. Canned and t-shirt. All right. I like it. I like it. Do we have any designers out there? Can city council make a statement about this issue? I don't know. That would be a Jeff Snow question. Which city council? Yeah. Look. Oh. I may be exhausted later today because I left at after 11 last night and get up at 4:30. Look. You have been abused. Those who are supporting these guys, and even if you're supporting Sam straight out, you are like an abused spouse. Yeah. Well, that's the other part too. You're like an abused spouse. You keep coming back for more because you're afraid of what life is like without them. And it's unhealthy. It's an unhealthy relationship. They're gaslighting you. They are lying to you. They are doing whatever they want. And you just have to grin and take it. And it is beyond anything that is acceptable. How come we can't find, how come we have one good county commissioner? One honest, ethical county commissioner. Whether you think he's good or not, that's entirely up to you. But he is ethical. He is ethical. Dave Peach, does anybody trust Dave Peach anymore? After the way he treated people at the podium, after the comments he made to people, do you trust Dave Peach anymore? Bob Cole, do you trust him? Wilford Brimley, the less exciting Wilford Brimley. Colton Wright. If I hear another time how successful businessman he is and how many locations, who cares? Really, who cares? What we care about is ethics. Listen, I wouldn't frequent one of his businesses now because of his questionable ethics. There's enough of that going around. I don't need to support you, Colton Wright. And Sam, give a straight answer. Stop over talking it. Just give an answer. Be prepared to give an answer. At this point, local companies need to withhold a few $1 million in taxes to prove a point. Milton might need a handout from Bob Cole. He said that last night. We don't want to give Milton a handout or whatever. Milton comes looking for a handout. He said that. We are done. You've got the emails. They're out there. The phone numbers are out there. Some of them are on Facebook. Dave Peach does his little city hall thing or whatever, his town hall deal. Light it up. We do not trust you. You have spent any kind of trust that was out there. And you are on notice. Tell them that. You're on notice. Because the people of Santa Rosa are absolutely done with this. Now, I don't know which video you mean is out there, the lies or last night's. Now, last night's is out there. Last night's video is out there. It needs to be broken down. It's 7 hours long. Nobody's going to sit through that. So we need to cut it up, chop it up, and make sure it gets out there in bite-sized pieces that people can digest and understand. You got me? All right. Okay, Andrew. Good. Both videos are out there. Let's do this. You stay angry. You stay angry. Do not let this pass you by. We're done. All right, kids. Happy Wednesday. Maybe get a nap if you can. 7.5 hours. Holy mackerel. We appreciate you. We had a huge day today. God bless you. And share the video. Like it. Share it. Get others to watch. And be good. Kim's very angry. You need to be angry too. Thank you so much for joining us. God bless you. Stay strong.